Hi everybody, I've got a big chunky monkey journal today. Look at that, chunky, and it measures, let's see, 5 by 7.5, and it has a 2-inch spine, so it's a good size one. It's got a sari ribbon closure that I stitched on, and the front has a newspaper clipping and a beehive and a little bee on a tag, and a real pretty piece of lace coming down the side with part of a doily and a rose and a little sparkle. There's the spine. There's the back. I used a fabric, and then I coffee stained that fabric, and then I put a piece of sheer lace over the top. And then going on the inside, this sari silk had this little bit of red in it, so I just left it in there. And if I leave the string, so if that bugs you, you can clip that off. And on the inside, I've got a pocket here for storage, and a pocket here, which of course I didn't fill. That's too big, but we will. I will do that. Over here is another little bee tag with some seam binding and a little birdie. All the papers are coffee dyed. Over here is a double pocket. Oh, Wendy, you slipping. Did you just not stuff anything in here? No, I did. I just missed those. Well, I will fix that. But we have a journaling card here. And this tag is a giant tag. Let me see if I got another thingy. And I do. Okay. And there's a pocket here, which I will remedy with a piece of khaki fabric. And it's got lots of ephemera in it. 2 little small journaling spaces here. Nice journaling space over a book page. And you know how I like stuff to hang over the edge. Well, I thought I'd take it to the next level and see what it looked like. And I really put the pieces over the edges. And it's pretty cool. And I stitched around this. So you got a bunch of uneven pages in this book, and beautiful ladies and all its green stitching throughout. A piece of this beautiful lace that matches the front cover. Got a pocket here with a little rose and some Latin and cheesecloth. A little Rolodex card. And a piece of ephemera in the background. I like how that goes right up under the curtain. To me, it looks like a curtain, but it's loose here. But it is tacked down. Here's another piece of ephemera, and I sewed this little image on. This is a piece of sheer paper, but it's good to, it's okay to write on. I've written on it many times. A little postcard, and this is part of an accounting book. And I just let the stitching show. Another piece of ephemera with a nice place to journal on the back. This has got part of a doily, a piece of lace, a little paper rose that I made. Over here is seam binding. It's got lots of little collages throughout this book. And I just put things that I thought looked good together. They may not make sense, but I thought they looked good together. Here we have some seam binding, a little piece of fabric, and of course, been letting things hang over the edge. And a little ad for a restaurant in Paris. Here's a piece of burlap and some fabric with that real pretty font that I like to use, and a tag and stitching down the edge. And this stitching here is from the other side. It goes around this, and I just came over it with this collage, and it just adds a little something extra. Another piece of ephemera. That accounting book again. See, this is stitched from the other side. And you could put something in here and you've already got it framed. I just love that idea. A little place to journal on the other side. Over here's a pocket with a journaling card inside that I did a collage of papers on. This is part of a doily edge, not a doily edge, a table runner edge. And a piece of ephemera. More ladies. The other part of that book page, and I let the paper from the other side hang over and stitched it. Little mini journaling cards here. And there's a ticket for journaling. Over here is a piece of seam binding, and I punched out some little flowers and put some stickles in there for a little bit of sparkle. Little tab there that put a little something. Just something. There's a piece of muslin on an old book page with a ruffle and a little vintage calling card is what they used to use. And over here, a little place to journal that I stitched around. Another big ticket to write on of ephemera. And it's hanging over the edge here, so you see the stitching from this side. Over here is part of a doily with a rose and a pocket, and I just put a little strip of gold there and stamped that. And it's got, of course, the snippets and one of those envelope letter cards I like to do. A little stamp. Another piece of ephemera. It is loaded down with the ephemera. And here's part of a piece of ephemera, and I put a little note card, sewed a little note card on. Little pretty picture frame. You could journal in that. You could put a picture in that. And again, it hangs over the edge. There's a little belly band. Look, no refunds, no exchanges. I just think that's hysterical. I don't know why. My sick humor. There's a piece of ephemera in the background with a card and a little button. And this serves to hold this in place so it doesn't slide out of the book. And over here is an envelope that I decorated with some pearls and one of the little patches I like to make. Did some stamping. It's heavily coffee dyed. And it's got a... You could use that for a bookmark. It'd be pretty neato. And then in the back side, what we got? What we got? I haven't put a recipe in a book in a while. Ooh. Chocolate pralines. Peanut butter fudge. Chocolate chip cookies. Potato chip cookies. Milan's potato chip cookies. Huh. If you try that, you gotta let me know. But they're Cajun recipes. Another pretty page of the ladies with the fabric from the other side hanging over. Again, the ladies, a little image there. A little pretty. I just love all these different size pages, and I like the exaggeration of things hanging over. I think that's pretty cool. It doesn't come out the edge of the book, you know, but it's just adds another dimension, I think. A little card with a pretty image in the background there. This is a double pocket. Part of a doily and some lace. Some lace and fabric and a vintage button. And a little tag here with some fabric. I just think that's really, really cool. You know, I mean, you could write here, you could put a photograph here if you wanted, or just keep writing over it. I like that. Over here is another pocket that I inked up pretty heavy, and I put 2 cards in there. Real pretty floral background here. Another collage. This envelope doesn't do anything. I glued it all down. But just a mixture of things. Here's another invoice. Ephemera. Over here is another heavily inked pocket with a little birdie. And up here it says kindness, and it's got a nice long ruffle there. And you could journal back here also. And then two heavily stained coffee dyed papers in the pocket. And you know, my pockets hold more, so you can always add stuff that you want to. Another little spot for journaling there and there. Over here is a tuck spot. That's a little piece of fabric there with some lace and a ticket. And a big piece of ephemera on the background. But see, it's so muted, it can be journaled upon. And just a heavily stained coffee dyed card. Over here is some lace with a soft image back here and some fabrics with a copper color brad, a little flower that I made, part of a doily, and some cheesecloth on a book page pocket. You bring me great joy. That's what the card says. Another piece of ephemera. Big place to journal here on a postcard. That's just neat. This is a little overhang from this side, from this big journaling card. More ladies. Here's a double envelope pocket. And this one, you know, I like that contrast. And did I glue that down? Oh, Lord, Wendy. No, I did not. This part caught. Got a little bit of blue back here with the white on this inked up paper that I like to make. And that's a little bit of washi tape there. What is the deal? It's driving me crazy. Ah. Okay. Thank you. Okay. And then a little mini pocket here with a little card in it. It's a made out of music paper. Isn't that neat? Little envelope and a bigger envelope. I think that's cool. Over here's a belly band that you could write on if you wanted to, with a little stitched coffee stained card behind it. Big ruffle here with one of the little patches I like to make and a little part of a doily. More journaling spots. Lots of stitching. Love that stitching. Really, it's a great accent. Over here is a little card for journaling and a big piece of ephemera back here. And this is held closed by a paper clip, but it opens up. It's attached to the page, but it opens up. It's a little booklet. Okay, me and my fingers with these little clips don't quite get along. There we go. Put you back there. Real pretty image of the ladies with some seam binding and different fabrics and a vintage button there. There's a piece of newspaper. Isn't that just neat how that just comes over? I really like that idea. I think I've said that about, what, 4 times in this video? But I like it. Little ruffle here and the lace from the other side peeping over. Little collage here. And on the back side here, got a little pocket here made out of burlap that I stamped on some fabric, and it's got 2 little mini cards. It's a little piece of embroidery fabric. And then a big card behind with some stitching and sari silk. And around the edge, all around the edge in this book, I put a piece of lace behind the inside cover. And there's the back. What pretty purples and greens. Those are my mother's two favorite colors, purple and green. There's the front again. I want to thank y'all so much for being here with me today, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.